You're such an asshole.
The young man writes from Sweden. I'm surprised they haven't killed all the men yet. What's going on? They don't need you anymore. Haven't they come up with test tube babies yet? Oh, that is a country I'd never want to live in. Dear Aaron, I'm a 19-year-old, half Hispanic. Oh, you're part minority. Okay, so they give you free shit over there. Well, they give free shit to everybody over there. They must be very perplexed with you being male but minority. Do they kill you? Do they give you a check? They don't know. They don't know. I'm a 19-year-old, half Hispanic, half Swedish man who lives in Sweden. I read your book, Worthless, before going to university. Very smart indeed. However, I decided to opt for a bachelor's in international business. No! Fuck no! Why? Did you think I was making it up? You think I was like, at the end, the last page, just giving you shit. Major whatever. I decided to major in international business since it has a good reputation in Sweden. And I did have the grades to get in. I'd have to study some maths before going into STEM. Well, go get the maths. Trust you me, it's going to be easier. As a result of my decision, I find myself in the third month of my bachelor's in the north of Sweden. My family's from the south. And everything I'm learning is bullshit. There you go. See, you didn't listen to the old captain. You thought he was just some old angry guy out in the middle of freaking nowhere, Minnesota. International business, international business environment, marketing, organizational theory. I was there. I went to business school. I know. All right. I realized my terrible mistake, and I'd like some advice from you when it comes to choosing a new major. Well, that's good. You found out in the third month, so you didn't really... It's fun. And, these kind of dipping your toe into these business classes is not... It's a pissing away of time, and for every ton of bullshit, there's like a couple ounces of good things to learn about business, but you can watch that on. I should do a video. The only things you need to know about business. Maybe that's what I should do. If you guys want, you go email me at Asshole Consulting, put together some money, and then maybe I'll get off my ass and do it. Remind me if anything else, because I'll forget. I had this great idea. What you really need to know in business. So, where are we? Choosing a new major. I already know your thoughts on STEM, but I still don't know which ones you recommend the most. Keep in mind that I live in Sweden and it might differ from the U.S. to some extent. Not really, because look, I know you could go work in Sweden, but you can also work in Europe. You can also go to the United States. That's one of the great things about majoring in an in-demand field. STEM or not, you could be a doctor or a surgeon. People will pay for you to come to their country. I mean, it truly is a global market there. So don't think like, oh, it's just Sweden. I mean, you got to think more of a global market. Plus, Sweden is not that big, and it's more, especially with the EU, it's more common to go work in other countries. In addition, after I educate myself in this feminist country, I'd like to live in a Spanish-speaking country. Which one would you recommend? Maybe none. I don't. It all depends. Well, let's say answer them one at a time here, kid. All right. Which STEM degree you choose is up to you. I'm going to say the ballpark thing. What you want to look out for is purely theoretical classes. Like, I have a math, people getting their doctorate in math. Well, what the fuck do you use that for? People getting their doctorate in physics, where the only employers are the government or academia, and you're constantly begging for grant money. You've learned something so obscure, so unique that it's not in demand. No one has, and it's interesting, and some day down the road it might actually open up a whole new world of employment in another industry. But like, for example, was it the Boson-Higgs, the God particle? You know what? Fuck you guys. You're pissing away a lot of money and you still haven't discovered the goddamn thing yet, as far as I know. But okay, so you discovered it. Now what? Does that make computers any faster? I mean, this century? Or is it? So that's kind of what you want to avoid. So you have to, so there's that. You also want to avoid biology. Anything with biology. And then there's going to be the fake degrees where it sounds STEMmy, but then they'll throw management in, like business information management. Wrong. Not a real STEM degree. Bullshit. If it's in the business school, you don't want to take it. Beyond that, I can't tell you what to do, because that's where you get to choose. All right? This is, again, in the ballpark. You are in the ballpark. Now, pretty much any degree you choose is going to be good. Of course, research it. make sure that the starting salaries and everything and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I mean, your standard, you're running a chemical engineer, mechanical engineer, electrical and chemical pay more. Petroleum was really high until the oil prices went down. But now they discovered a whole new oil field over in Texas. So maybe that will re-jostle the salaries up. Computer programming, computer engineering. Some of these things you don't have to go to college for. You can go to a programming boot camp. It basically boils down to, is it in demand? And a quick way you could go to there's a page in Worthless that says list everything you want to buy or list everything you're going to buy. And then say who makes that? Well, it ain't fucking English majors, it ain't business majors, it ain't cocksucking majors, okay? Say, oh, this is, okay, you like video games a lot. Learn how to program code. You like bicycling a lot. Well, learn how to become a materials engineer and come up with carbon fiber composites, right? So that's your jurisdiction. Here's the door. I can't make you walk through it, right? So as long as you do your research, it's of interest to you. And take your time, man. Take your time. Figure out what's of interest to you. That should take months. For the 3 months you pissed away on this bullshit degree, you should spend at least that much time figuring out what you'd like to do. Because don't think it's just going to become apparent. Chemical engineer. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. God, that was. Thank God I spent the 30 seconds thinking about that one. It's going to take a while. All right? So go online, research, watch YouTube videos, research starting salaries, research industry reports. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, even though I know that's not Sweden, it's the United States, they do a pretty good job, and it correlates with global demand for these different types of degrees. You may want to think about the military, but that's completely up to you. So, but that's should take care of you in the STEM field. I can't tell you what it is, but I know it's in this general area. So the rest of it is up to you. You'd like to move to a Spanish-speaking country. Which one would you recommend? Maybe none. I cannot recommend any ones. I can tell you I did not like Mexico. I'm not against Mexico. Okay, let me rephrase that. I didn't like Cancun, which isn't Mexico, but then they drove us into the interior of Mexico, and it's every cocksucking motherfucking piece of shit trying to sell me something. Like, I couldn't just go see Chichen Itza, which is the old Incan ruins. I just couldn't see that. No, everyone's trying to fucking sell you something. So it's pretty corrupt country. I'd worry more about the annoyance and the corruption than I would the fucking drug dealers. All right? But then there are other parts of Mexico that are nice. Monterey, I hear, is nice. The Pacific Coast, if you get away from the tourist destinations, there's some nice places there. It's cheap. But that's really the only Spanish-speaking country I've ever really been to. What I would recommend is you do what Rouge V did, and what I recommend anybody do, is you go and you travel to these places. Now, I would say Spain, just based on climate, and that it's relatively Western, it's warm. It's warm. The women are beautiful. It's warm, because I know you're up in Sweden. But that is kind of where I would lean. But the truth is, again, I can't tell you where to go and where not. Well, I can tell you where not to go, but I can't tell you where to go, because you're going to have different tastes than I do. And this is why I wrote the book Reconnaissance Man. Now, it's based in the United States, but the philosophy is still the same. You should go and travel. All right? I would go travel down to Spain. I would go travel South America. I would look at Chile. I would look at, even though it's a socialist shithole, it's still cosmopolitan. I'd look at Argentina. I'd stay the fuck out of Venezuela. I'd probably stay the fuck out of Colombia. Those little ones like French Guiana and all that. Maybe, I don't know, check them out. Central America, Belize, they speak English there. No, it's not Spanish, although I think Spanish would be the second language. You got to go and visit these places yourself, because a perfect example is allergies. Like, what was it? Saskatchewan. I can't live in Saskatchewan because I'm allergic to canola. You said canola? Canola. I didn't even know these were things. Canola oil. Yes, it's these vast fields of yellow little miniature flowers, and that's where you get canola oil from. I'm riding my motorcycle, and this side of my face is just swelling up, and I can't see barely out of it. I'm like, what the hell? Did I touch a cat? What the hell's going on? Turns out I'm allergic to canola, and the wind was blowing that way off the fields, or they were pollinating or something like that. So you could fall in love with Saskatchewan. You could think it's the greatest thing ever. Oh, too bad you're allergic to like 90% of its land mass. You could find Spain is this great place, except you find out the food is horrible. You could love Mexico, but then you run into trouble with the local drug dealers. You have to go to these places, and then, I love mountains. I went to Wyoming, found out I hate the fucking people. So I could give you ideas, research, Transparency International, look for low corruption rates, look for travel warnings. Certain parts of Mexico are pretty dangerous. I would try Spain, though, because it's close, it's nearby, and it's warm. I tell you, it's warm. It just looks nice. I don't know. And perhaps even I would have something where I go to. I thought I'd like Italy. I went to Italy. I'm like, dude, your highways suck. It is annoying as fuck. Your buildings look beautiful from far away until you look up real close. You realize they're all moldy and crumbling. You have to go on foot to visit these places because simply you and I are going to have different tastes. I'd start with Spain. I would try Chile because it's capitalistic. Then maybe Argentina, even though it's socialistic. And then my last stop would probably be Mexico. That's what I would do. There's some nice little, Honduras, Guatemala, Costa Rica. You can try that too. Cuba, don't go to Cuba. I mean, visit, but don't live there. So, but yeah, and then you know what? Report back and write a book about it because that would be a very good book that people consume. Also, read Rush's first book, Rush V's first book. What the hell was the name of it? He travels through all the country and he tells you about them. Like Bolivia is a shithole, Peru is a shithole. You really start to appreciate things like electricity and toilets. It's 2016, it's the current year. So, all right. Also, I know your thoughts about girls, but I met my girlfriend since we were 13 years old and she was 14. Ooh, older woman, you sly dog. She comes from a Christian family and she's very religious herself. That means good morals, and I know she would be the perfect wife for me. She's Latina, by the way. Well, how the hell are all you Latinas ending up in Sweden? That's like the furthest away country I could possibly think. Is there like a culture of Latina and Latinos out there? By the way, I'd never marry a Swedish girl. Trust me about this one. Oh, I know. They're pretty to look at, and that is the great thing about Swedish girls is you can get the best thing out of them for free just by looking at them, and then you don't need anything. Yeah, I've read enough. And she would have to move from the country where we grew up someplace that's Hispanic. I follow Rush's work and are okay a lot. Good, yeah, so read that. So what are your thoughts if I get married before going to my STEM degree? I don't know which one yet, and study at the same time while we're married with my perfect wife that would just take care of me. Well, what is she doing? Wait, she got a job where you gotta come home and just kick off your shoes? Wife, take care. Although that'd piss off the feminists over there. That'd be fucking awesome, though. Or should I just keep studying this bullshit and get a master's in accounting? No. You're gonna go back. Dude, you're only 3 months in. Change your degree. Don't go down that route. I really need some help, Cappy. I'm young as fuck, so I can even work as a Spanish teacher in the countryside of Sweden for some years or whatever. I speak Spanish, English, and Swedish fluently. Yeah, I mean, dude, totally do that on the side. Like when summer comes, I would, go travel around. Find if you and your girl. Here's just an idea. Look, you guys don't got kids, and you guys are young, and you don't even know technically what you're studying yet. And I know they've been pushing you guys. You got to go to college. Read reconnaissance, man. It's the same thing. But what I would do is, you and your girlfriend, if you keep dating that long, over the course of your education, every summer you go someplace and you guys go work. So the first obvious choice would be Spain. You guys go down to Madrid, you go down to Barcelona, you go someplace, and you teach English down in Spain, or you teach Swedish. You got the languages, you could do that. Find some job. It could be bartending, whatever. You guys go rent some little dinky Airbnb, someplace that's cheap, a hostel, and then you just travel around, okay? And they say, oh, you know what? It was great when we spent time in Spain, but it really wasn't that fun, or there was something wrong with it. Then you go back to college. Then the next summer comes around. Okay, now you go to Chile, all right? You go to Santiago. It's a long-ass fucking flight. Well, you guys came from, anyway. It's a long-ass fucking flight, but you go there, different culture, Spanish speaking, work your job, whatever. Yeah, better, right? Okay, maybe you like Chile. Yeah, okay, all right. Third summer, you got plenty of summers. Third summer comes around. All right, now you want to go to Paraguay or you want to go to Mexico. All right, so you go over to Puerto Penasco. You find out nobody there speaks Spanish because it's all fat white people from Wisconsin and Green Bay Packers fans who just flood the city every winter. Or actually, you'd be going summer, so it'd be very hot. And then you go to Mexico. You travel around. You have whatever job it is. And then you find out. Now, several things are going to happen. One, you're going to find out inevitably what you do and do not like about the various Spanish-speaking countries. Okay? Two, you and your girlfriend will test your relationship. Not that you're purposely testing each other. You're just going to go travel. You're going to go to different cultures and you're going to see how you guys interact. And you're just going to find out whether or not you guys are on the same page. Because I know you guys have been dating forever. You've been dating quite some time. But it's still too early to get married, especially with things like education and where you're going to live and what are your life plans. All right? So the adventure of exploring this and figuring out yourself not only will answer your question of where do you want to live, what do you want to do, but is this the person I want to be with? Because it could be that you guys go down to Spain and you find out that she, I don't know, there's something completely wrong with her that you didn't see these past 5 years. Or she just has a completely different idea, or heaven forbid she cheats on with Escobar, whatever. Or you're like, you're traveling, you're trying to make it. This is a good thing that also happens with traveling, hiking, exploring, adventuring. One of the reasons I keep my girlfriend is like, how do they operate under a pressure or an emergency? A lot of gals will just collapse, and it's like, no, or they'll argue with you when there has to be one undisputed leader and decisions have to be made in microseconds, and why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? And I've told girls, I say, you will either shut up or I will leave you here. And then they go, and then obviously for reasons apparent, that didn't work out later on. We tell a girl, shut up, I will leave you. Hard to recover from that one, despite my Cary Grant's charms and wit. So you'll find out if you guys like each other. You'll find out if you were made for each other. You'll also be finding out what you guys want to do together. For the love of God, don't get married just yet, because then she's going to want to probably start talking about kids. Well, you don't have kids, okay? And she may want to be the stay-at-home wife. What job does she have? Right, if you're not going to have kids yet and you're not getting married today, she should be going to college just as well. She should be majoring in a good subject as well. Don't let her major in some liberal arts bullshit. And then you two kind of enjoy and explore. I think it's the heavenliest of things. Just you two lovebirds running around during summer, studying your degrees, all that other stuff. So that's what I think you should do. So don't get married. I'd wait till you guys graduate from college. Wait till, give it a little bit more time. Travel, see if you guys are made for each other, see where you guys want to live, see if you're all on the same plan, and then you move on. Who's calling me? It's the GF. Okay. I'd like... Oh, fuck. Wait, no, but you paid for You paid $45. Yeah, you paid for a video. It says here you want an email. I really don't know what to do. I like an email response. Please be fair with the price since I'm a student. I know you don't give a shit, but hey. Yes, I don't. We are in Sweden. Everything's free over there. I actually, when I hear people are from like a Swedish, or like, you guys don't pay for your healthcare, fuck you. You're getting taxed more. That's just how it goes. I'm terribly sorry. It's like, no, or if I say, oh, I live at home, man. Can you help me? No, you live at fucking home. You can afford this. So, I didn't overcharge. It was a lengthy one. But yeah, so that's what I would do. You're not buying houses. You're not getting married. Steady as she goes. So change your major. Do some thought there. Figure out what you're gonna do this upcoming summer after you finish up your first year of school, and then go down there, get a job, and then just travel the world. And your plans might change. Okay, I mean, don't be like me and like the horse blinders on, and this is what you're gonna do, and that's what you're gonna commit to. Better opportunities could come along career-wise and education-wise. So you go down to Spain and all of a sudden somebody likes you and they say, hey, we'd like you to be a translator for the Spanish Parliament or some fucking thing, and we're going to pay you, $70,000. Well, fuck whatever you're doing in college. Go down to, Is Barcelona the capital or Madrid? I think Madrid's the capital. Could be neither. That shows you how ignorant I am. Yeah, so that's what I recommend. So hope that works out well. Hope you and your girlfriend have a good time. No rush, patience, and cadence. Talk to you later. Toodles.